ahead and stand right over there. Alright, that's good. Okay, so go ahead and state your name.
My name is MikeLarry.
Okay, Mike. And what position have you applied for today?
LSPD.
Okay.
Most probably just the entry position.
Hey, how's it going? Are you here for the interview?
Yes, I am. I'm just.
What is it? What's your name? Hello?
Greg Scarlett.
Greg? Alright, come
Yeah.
on, Greg. Alright. Lock this. We don't have anybody coming in here. Okay.
User joined your channel.
Alright, Greg. Go ahead and state your name.
Greg Scarlett.
Okay.
1405 is going to be
And
1041.
what position are you applying for?
Horton
to an admin.
Okay.
Sound muted.
Alright, sorry about that. I had to mute my radio. Okay. So, it's Mike, right? MikeLarry?
Yeah, yes, MikeLarry. Mike's the first name.
MikeLarry. Okay, MikeLarry and Greg. What's the last name?
Scarlett.
Scarlett. MikeLarry, Greg Scarlett. Alright. So, Mike, you're going to go ahead and step forward first. Greg, if you want to stand up against the wall back there. Okay. Alright, Mike. Who are you?
Who am I? Well, you want me to describe myself as a person?
Yep.
Okay, well, I'm somebody who, for one, has a passion for law enforcement ever since I was little. I always wanted to be a law enforcement officer one day. I've always had good morals, always looked out for everybody I've been around with. Never done anything wrong. Always kept in mind what I want to do when I grew up, just be a law enforcement officer. That kept me out of crime, out of drugs, all that type of stuff. All in all, I'm just a nice person. Always look out for people. Just always, I love working as a team. When I was back in high school, I used to play high school football, so you know I always got that team mindset and just always look out for your people.
Okay. And where are you from?
I was born in Los Santos.
Okay. So you've
San
been here for a
Andreas,
while?
right here. Yes, I've been here all my life.
Okay. Why do you want to become an LSPD officer? I know you said that you've always wanted to, but why?
I want to become a... Yeah. Well, ever since I was little, it was about when I was 5 years old. At that point, obviously, I didn't understand it. I never really understood, you know, what the job was. But just seeing somebody going in a car all the time, you know, maybe lights and sirens, interacting with people, just always interested me. Just going about, walking around, driving around, responding somewhere, helping somebody out, just always interested me. I always wanted to do that one day. I always wanted to just work and just have a good purpose. If that makes sense. Like, this is a job where, like, it has a good purpose, and that's something I always wanted to be a part of. Something that has a good purpose.
Okay. Alright, Mike, if you want to step back against the wall, and Greg, if you want to step forward. Oh, fuck, I'm eating right now. Hang on. Okay.
Oh my god.
Who is Greg?
With me. I'm Greg. I was born in Europe. I always had passion about being law enforcement. I don't know. Pretty much all my life. And it's me, I'm a nice person. I like to learn from people. I'm always open to new experiences.
Horton to a special
nothing much
10-7, 10-42 for half an hour.
Okay. What do you like to do for fun?
That depends. Guess oh, swimming maybe?
Yeah.
Kind of a weird question.
Okay, and why do you want to?
Passion. I was like swimming and running.
Okay, and why do you want to become an LSPD officer?
Just a quick question. Am I working fine?
Yep.
All right. So I always had a passion about helping people, serving and protecting. I was trouble. Father was a police officer. I always looked up to him. He used to learn a lot from him. When I was young, I thought it was just about, I don't know, it was about just lights, patrol car, you get all these privileges as a cop, just you can do whatever the fuck you want with it. But when I grow up, I learned that these people put their life in danger, protect civilians and like and secure our roads, secure. This is one of the reasons I really want to be a police officer. Follow my dad's. Protect everyone. I want to be a leader. I want people to look up to me.
Okay.
Police officer.
All right. So this next question is gonna be for both of you. So you guys can both stand up here. Okay. So how long have both of you been in the city now?
I've been in the city for a little bit over a week.
Okay. And how about you?
Same.
Okay. Now, are you two friends?
Yes, we are.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So you know, as being an officer, a lot of times, you know, you'll meet some people that you know, somebody, you know, a friend or a family member you might pull over. Would you treat them any differently than anybody else? And if so, why?
Oh.
Okay, well, for instance, if I'm pulling over maybe my mother for speeding or something like that, something sort of minor, I would use, what was it called again? It was sort of the, something just, sort of officer discretion. And it's like, it's not, I completely forgot what the word was. It was something to do with just the way the law works, where I can give where I can give somebody a warning, or I can give somebody a ticket, but it's up to me, up to my discretion. And obviously, if it's someone like my family member or someone who has helped me out in the past or raised me, you know, and if it's such a minor thing where I can use officer discretion to say, okay, well, you know, I'm not mandated to arrest that person or ticket that person, so I would most probably just give them a warning, because, you know, obviously I would emphasize that, you know, they cannot be, you know, committing those crimes, or not crimes, but infractions, and I wouldn't just give one for something simple as, you know, a traffic infraction. Especially if it's somebody who I know. I usually do that anyways. If that person, if they had a first offense, if that's their first offense, my apology. If it's like somebody who's repeatedly doing it over and over again, if my family member's repeatedly doing it over and over again, then that's when I'm, you know, gonna be like, okay, you're really causing a problem, because I always have to keep in mind what my purpose is to keep everybody around Los Santos safe. And yeah, that's that.
Okay, yeah, I get that. You know,
For me,
everybody, officers and in general, in any traffic situation or any non-felony type of crime, almost 99% of all those are up to the officer's discretion. Now, some things you do have to do certain things on, but that's going into very technical things. So
Yeah, of course.
okay. And were you gonna say something, Greg?
yeah, I was gonna just ask everything pretty much. My whole just deal with a civilian. That if you're nice to me, I'll just be nice to you. If you're just gonna dick with me, make it harder for me, then I'm just gonna make it harder on you. So in situation, I'll pull up one of my friends, one of my matched friends. If I know it's just a little misdemeanor, just a little traffic infraction, I'll probably, I don't know, make it less. It also depends if this person's cooperative.
Right.
That's pretty much.
Yep, I get that, and that's something we like to have in our officers too. You know, someone's being nice to you, you most certainly want to be nice back.
Yeah, a little bit of a heart.
Yeah.
I know Super Trooper.
Yeah, and one thing we like our officers to have too is this is a serious position and this is a whitelisted job on the server, but we're also kind of the face of the server. If we fuck up, people attack the server.
Of course.
They don't attack the police force. They see us as an attachment to the server themselves. So that being said,
We understand. Very important position.
right, we want our officers to be about 80%
Thanks, man.
serious, 20% funny. You got to keep it light when it's right. You can't be super serious trooper 24/7. Okay, and
Yeah.
it's a good answer from both of you on that. Discretion is a big thing, especially if you know them, or they don't have priors, or they're being cooperative. Sometimes you don't have a choice on what you do, but a lot of times,
exactly.
a lot of times you do. Now, if you see your mom shoot somebody dead in the street, you got to take action. There's no way around it.
Of course.
But if she's going 20 over the speed limit, in that situation, you got to give her a ticket, but you can give her a light ticket. If it's 10 over, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
I get that. It's your mom. But, okay, and do either of you ever had prior experience being an LEO?
Yes, I have over a year's worth of experience.
Okay.
Pretty much, I know almost everything. Been through almost everything.
Okay, and do you, just for the record, and I hope you guys know this or would understand, I am recording all this just so that way in case we forget your answers or anything, we can come back and look at it. What server was that on?
What server was what on? My experiences?
Yeah. Or was
Okay,
that
there's
IRL?
a server called New Jersey. You said, oh no, that's not IRL.
Okay.
No, this is all on 5M.
Okay. And it's called New Jersey?
Yeah, New Jersey. It shut down a while ago, and I've actually been through a couple. So one is New Jersey State Patrol, one is Code 4 Roleplay,
Okay.
and I think that is all.
And were
Yeah,
those
probably,
servers
yeah.
kind of like ours, where the majority of the server is civilians, and then you have officers in it, or was it like police only roleplay?
No, so the first one, it was majority was civilian, and then it was it was more of a DOJ type of server. The first one, because that was the first server I joined when I got in 5M, so I didn't really know what I was looking for, what I wanted to do. So that's the first thing I joined, and then later on I realized, okay, there's actually like economy servers, which is something I like more, like it to feel more realistic, feel like I have more of a
Right.
purpose, feel like I'm actually doing something.
Okay.
So that's why I went to that Code 4 roleplay server, and then went on from there to, like that, like you were talking about how it's more, like there's a less amount of cops and more civilians, and it's more realistic type of
Right, right. Yeah, and I don't know if you guys know this. There's some servers, there's also some mods you can download yourself too, where it is all policing all the time, and you just police
thing. LSPDFR maybe?
maybe, I don't know. I've only been on one, and it was just to see what it was. I can't even remember. But,
Yeah, I think I know what you mean.
yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah, because there's a lot more than just, policing, realistically. You're not always just policing somebody. You gotta interact with them, have a, just be nice to people, meet with people, help them out, not always enforcing the law on them. We understand that completely.
Okay, and how about you, Greg?
I'm gonna be honest, I downloaded the game 2 weeks ago, but I have prior experiences on another game. I've interacted as a police officer of our Peter.
And what game was that?
Yeah, so I've been with him. I can explain it. If his mic's cutting a little bit too much, I can explain it with you. I've been with him on there also.
Sure.
If you want me to, I can explain it a little bit more. Okay, so we used to play this game called it was called On Turn. It was, we don't play it anymore. It was economy because we had a server, or I had a server.
Yep, I know
It
what
was
Unturned is.
usually there was about. Oh yeah, okay, that's good. Yeah. So
Yeah,
it's, it's a
okay.
blocky game.
Yeah, I get it. You don't need to explain any further.
Yeah, but then okay, perfect.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm
Okay,
not
so
trying to
I'm
cut you
just,
off.
I'm trying to
No, that's no problem.
5M. I'm trying to get into 5M servers and experience and learn more. And I'm happy if I found a good server finally to play for, and here we are.
Yeah, I bought him GTA so he could play with me, because I've been playing for quite a while,
Nice.
So, you know, I wanted him to kind of hop on and, you know, have some fun and learn how it works. 'Cause
Okay.
this is the next level, in my opinion, from long term. So this is where,
Yeah, this
you know,
is kind
this
of
is
a
gonna
big
be his first
difference.
server on Fiverr.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
So,
definitely.
like a big step up. I mean, not like big difference in the type of role play. It's just a lot more to it. You know?
Yeah, it's a lot more in
Yeah,
depth
of
and
course.
realistic.
Yep.
There's a lot more mod. You know, it's just a lot better than everywhere.
Okay.
A lot more techniques, a lot more possibilities. That's what's fun about it.
All right. So this is a question for both of you too. Greg, I'm gonna go ahead and have you answer first, just because it sounds like you have a little less experience. So I'd like to see your answer first. So you have somebody who's on this bridge right over here. You guys know what I'm talking about? This bridge that runs along.
Yes, by the little bighorn, yeah.
Okay, you got somebody on the
Yeah.
bridge standing on top, threatening to jump off and kill themselves. What would you do in that situation?
First of all, try to calm down of him, trying to talk him out of jumping out. Try to get to his personality and try to know more about him. So I can calm him down and maybe perform some technique. Call him by his name, get his name, try to get as much information as I can get from him, and try to make a connection with him. Then try to talk him out of not ending his own life, or maybe work with other officers for a technique to possibly maybe tase him and make him fall, so we can prevent his own suicide.
Oh yeah, death by cop. I get it. Nah, I'm just messing with you. Yeah. So in that situation, would you call for backup, or do you think it would be, enough for you to handle?
No, I think I would call for 2 units back to back me up.
Yep. And how come?
Sorry?
Why would you call those units to back you up? What would they do in that situation, do you think?
They would assist me in trying to talk this out, this person, and also be there and back up to cover my back in case this suspect maybe has a gun. Because this guy is mentally unstable, trying to on his life. I have no idea what he's gonna do, so I have gotta expect unexpected.
Okay.
It is basically.
Yep. Okay.
Just be ready in general.
All right. And Mike, same question for you. What would you do in that situation?
So when I would first pull up, I would introduce myself as friendly as I can, because in that type of situation, that person most probably is doing it because he's lost something in his life. He or she's lost something in their life, and they need help. They need somebody to be with them. They need somebody to relate to them. So I would introduce myself, make a personal connection, try to get information on the person. I would try to get their name. That way I can run the information, see if maybe they have a warrant for their arrest, maybe they have whatever it is, and I can say maybe they're worried about that, maybe that's why they're doing it, maybe whatever that's that, whatever. Try to figure out, kind of their background and see what their problem is, why they might be doing this, and just overall, just give them hope that there is a chance for a better life. Just give them hope that I will help them, that I care about them. Just you know what I mean. Just make a connection and be as nice as possible. Talk them down, all that type of stuff. And I would also call for backup as well, like he said, in case they have a weapon. In case, who knows? Because I know sometimes that stuff happens where people will fake that type of situation and turn it on you, or maybe that person decides that he wants to jump but he doesn't want to listen to me. Those backup officers can assist me in stopping him, either by, I'm not sure if you can tackle on here, but by tackling him or by positioning their vehicles in some way where it prevents him from falling, just doing making some sort of a plan, working together, and just all of us coming together and saying, yes, we care about you, we want to help you.
Okay. Sorry, I have to eat real quick. My guy is almost all the way
That's
up.
okay.
Okay. That's all the questions I have for you guys. Do you have any for me?
Not really, no.
Anything at all. I mean, it can be anything from pay to hours to requirements to, how many to, you name it. If anything crazy ever happened, I mean anything.
I mean, right now I don't have any questions, but in a minute I might. I don't know. It just depends what happens in a few minutes here.
Yeah, I understand that.
Regarding to pay, I don't really care. I just do this because it's something I like to do.
Yeah. Actually, I do have a slight question. I'm just curious. You're not allowed to go off duty, right?
As a cadet, you're not allowed to go off duty. Usually
Okay,
cadet.
perfect. I mean, cause
Yeah, usually cadet stage
Go ahead.
lasts about 5 days or so. You know,
Okay.
5 days gets you
Okay.
2 ride-alongs with a sergeant or higher, and then 2 days of that sergeant or higher riding with you, and then the last day it'd be a sergeant or higher riding with you for a final evaluation. As well in that time too, you know, we have classes for training whenever we get new cadets 2-3 times a week, so long as we know people need them.
mhm.
And that's also enough time to get those done, because there's about 3 classes or so you got to get done before you can become officer too.
Okay. I mean, regarding the going off duty, I never go off duty as a law enforcement. I always just stay on as a law enforcement officer. I'm pretty sure it's the same thing for him. I was
Yeah.
just curious to know.
Yep, I get that. It's almost the same thing for
Yeah,
me.
same.
90% of the time I'm on duty, you know, just because there's not usually a whole lot to do, and we're usually pretty needed. So,
Yeah, I got you.
okay. Well, if you guys don't have any more questions,
sounds
that wraps us up. Are you guys still going to be on here in, say, about an hour?
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, because we're gonna convene sergeants, lieutenants, and I, based on this interview, and we'll give you an answer here in a little bit. Okay.
All right.
Sounds good.
All right. Let me unlock this, and you guys are good to go.
All right. Thank you.
No problem. Thank you.
All right, thank you for your time.
What's up?